everyone, I'm Shannon Brandyberry, Managing Editor of Motor Age Magazine, and today I'm talking again with Brian Canning. Brian is one of our contributing editors for Motor Age. He writes about management and how to work with your employees. This month he wrote about how to get technicians and other employees more involved with your business. So Brian, as we get started, first, thanks again for joining me this month and having a little conversation.
Very happy to be here, Shannon. Thank you.
No problem. So, first question for this month. Brian, you write that it's great to involve your employees in planning, your technicians specifically. How do we walk the line to make sure that we're giving them the opportunity to start, being involved and earn more responsibility that's not too mundane for them?
Well, I think what you have to do, I think if you show up out in the bays and say, hey guys, I need your opinion and I want you to get your feedback on all these things we're going to do, I think you're going to scare them because they're just not used to you showing up and asking that. So I think the first thing you do is start having that ongoing dialogue and make them aware of upcoming projects and things you're getting involved in, things you want to do, and even give them a heads up that, hey, I'm going to be coming to you and asking you what your opinion is. So be thinking about that. I want to understand, what your opinions are. And let them know that there's going to be some, action items, some things that they need to do to help us get from A to B that I'm going to be reaching out. I guess the main thing here is don't ambush them. Technicians, in my experience, don't like to be ambushed, and just make sure they understand not only what, be showing up, but what the long-term goal is there. I want to make us a more productive shop, a more profitable shop. I want to get more cars in here, whatever it is. Make sure that they're part of that. Ask their opinion. And again, it's very important to say that you don't have to take their advice, but ask, sincerely ask. From time to time, you'll listen to them, and you'll definitely do exactly what they've recommended. But just you asking really strengthens the bond between you. It shows a respect that you have for them and their opinion. So start the dialogue. Very important.
All right. Well, you also mentioned in your piece this month the option of having some meetings with your technicians. So what tips do you have to keep these meetings that you suggest before hours productive and on topic to get them more involved and not have them turn into a complaint session?
Well, I would probably use a slightly different word that you use there, but I won't use it on this video. Have had more than one of those, and it's very, very important that again, it's that ongoing dialogue. If they get to talk to you as a group once every 6 months, they're going to be some pretty frustrated guys, and when you finally get them, you're going to hear some things you probably don't want to hear. But I think if you start that ongoing dialogue, you create things like an open door policy, make yourself available to them. So when you have these meetings, that you're there, willing to engage them, talk to them, want to hear their ideas. I'll underline, you don't always have to like their ideas, but when they're expressing to you, look them in the eyes, be interested, body language, hey, I'm interested in this. It may be the dumbest thing you ever heard, but you need to be interested because you know what? We're not always right either, and we're not always the smartest about things, and these guys see things from a very different perspective than we do. So I think to avoid those sessions, you just try to make it as part of our normal dialogue or our normal conversations, and you just get in the habit of having those so that you're not ambushing them at their box and they're trying to get everything that's bothering them for the last 6 months in one conversation. So be there and be available.
All right. Keep those lines of communication open.
Exactly.
In addition to that, rewarding technicians for their help in making good changes, that's important as well. So what ideas do you have for helping to get the technicians involved in the decisions, marketing ideas? What rewards might be a good idea?
Well, and again, that's a great question. I think that if you're coming to them and you're getting all these great ideas and not acknowledging them in some kind of way, that well's going to dry up pretty quick. So it's very, very important that you acknowledge what they've done. The immediate, what we love to do in the automotive industry is, oh, let's give them a bonus, let's give them money. It's not always money. Sometimes I would say in senior techs especially, maybe it's time off. Maybe it's training. Maybe there's some special training he wants to go to. So this is a case where, guys, if we implement some of these things and we get our production up like I'm looking to do, or if through this marketing effort we get some more cars in here, I'm going to take a look at the pay plan, and also I'm going to try to arrange a more generous, vacation plan. You have to kind of understand what drives them, not assume that it's always money driven, because I'll throw a statistic out there that 30% of the people are money motivated, about 70% are something else, and you have to kind of understand what that something else is, and absolutely positively reward them for their good ideas, their initiative, because that's gold. When they can come to you and provide you with good ideas, they're not always good, but when there's good ideas there and we make a success out of it, it's important that you acknowledge it. That's extremely just the verbal way to go, but also in some kind of way to reward them, so that the other guys, man, I wish I got that. Well, if you had provided us with a great idea, maybe you would have gotten that. So it's not just the guy that's doing it, but everyone has to see that there's a plus to showing initiative, coming up with ideas, and communicating those ideas.
And that all goes back to keeping those lines of communication open. You do that, you'll know what makes your employees tick, and you'll know what to reward them with. So
you got to listen, and absolutely, that's correct.
All right. Well, thanks, Brian, for your time today. I do really appreciate it. And to our viewers, thanks for joining us, watching this. Good luck in your business today, and we'll talk to you all the next time. Thanks.